Hi, folks. So, who is Laura Loomer? Why do we hear her name so much? Why is she trending right now? Let's jump into this right now and get all those items figured out for you. Hey, everybody, please comment, like, share, subscribe. It's important. No, it's really important.
Okay.
Okay. Laura Loomer, you probably hear her name a lot. I know I certainly have. So the reason why is she is constantly uncovering things the left does not want and the establishment does not want uncovered. Who is she? She's an investigative journalist. This is from her own X account. Free spirit, bunch of American flags, patriotic, founder of Loomered, host of At Loomer Unleashed, former Project Veritas operative. There you go. That tells you a lot right there why they hate her. America first. That's why they hate her also, because they hate America first. Feisty Jewess. And, there's a lot of controversy always going on with all of that, of course. So let's dive into this. And, she's trending right now. It's really interesting because I asked Chat GPT here. It's really interesting. So Laura Loomer is currently trending in searches due to her recent involvement in the dismissal of several National Security Council NSC officials within the Trump administration. On April 2nd, 2025, Loomer, a far-right activist known for promoting conspiracy theories, met privately with President Donald Trump. During this meeting, she presented research alleging that certain NSC staffers were insufficiently loyal to Trump's Make America Great Again agenda. No, you don't say. Following this meeting, reports indicate that President Trump dismissed multiple senior NSC officials, including Brian Walsh, Thomas Boudry, and David Feith. While Trump acknowledged receiving Loomer's recommendations, he downplayed her direct influence on these decisions, stating that staff changes are routine and based on various factors. See, Trump had to say that because you know what they're going to say. He's Laura Loomer's. She's our first lady. She's president. She's making decisions. This far right loon is making decisions. Trump can't even make decisions. All while Joe Biden's drooling on himself while he's give me a break. Anyway, Loomer's direct access to the president and her perceived influence over national security personnel decisions have sparked significant public and media interest, leading to her current prominence in search trends. Yeah, she's in search trends because the left hates her so bad. That's why she's talked about a lot. And they always make the mistake of highlighting the people that are exposing things and whatnot because they just can't help themselves. So it's always an awesome thing. So here she is here. Someone posted, Laura Loomer is a true patriot. I'm so happy she finally got to meet President Trump at the White House. No one deserves it more than she does. So that's nice. So Laura posted, when asked about me moments ago on Air Force One, President Trump said, Laura Loomer is a very good patriot and she's a very strong person. I saw her yesterday for a little while. She makes recommendations of things and people, and sometimes I listen. How about we just watch it? How about that?
So Laura Loomer is a very good patriot. She is a very strong person. And I saw her yesterday for a little while. She makes recommendations of things and people. And sometimes I listen to those recommendations like I do with everybody. I listen to everybody and then I make a decision. But I saw her yesterday. She was at the ceremony. And she'll always have something to say, usually very constructive.
What did she recommend?
She recommended certain people.
What did she recommend?
Adding to the administration, not
adding.
Who did she
not
firing?
Well, she'll recommend that too.
Who
But yesterday she recommended some people for jobs.
Did she have anything to do with the NSC aides who were ousted?
No, not at all.
Do you know how many, sir? Do you know how many from the NSC?
Not many.
Was it 5, a dozen?
I really don't know.
Who does Loomer want?
There were a couple that I know.
Who did Laura recommend hiring?
Well, I don't want to say that, but she's recommended some good people over the years. She's been in the party a long time. She's done a good job.
Do you trust your national
They can't trip him up. They can't trip him up.
security staff is doing what you want them to do?
We've done very well. We've had big success with the Houthis, as you probably know.
The Houthis.
Nobody's been able to do it like us.
Nobody's, of course. Nobody's been able to do it like us. Of course. Let's see here. Imagine the president. Here's another with a photo. President Trump fired 6 staffers involved with the Signalgate debacle after Laura Loomer exposed them. Laura Loomer is a credible journalist who loves our country and works around the clock to inform us of what is going on at all times, and I am glad she is on top of everything. I think that was the same that we just watched. Okay, so now, that's why I didn't have Loomer's reporting on. I wonder what this was about. I don't even know if I can stomach this right now. Was Laura Loomer far-right conspiracy who said 9/11 was this? Yeah, let's see what CNN had to say.
Anyway, but on this, it is important to note that Laura Loomer is driving this. She is a far-right activist. She is someone who said that if Vice President Harris won the White House during the election, that it would smell like curry. Those were comments that were denounced by Republican allies of the president, including Vance, the times that he disagreed with it. And so she is the one who's really driving this, and it speaks to the level of influence that
And
she
let's
has.
talk about the impact on national security, who they are, and why this matters so much for how the national security of the United States of America is run and who's doing it.
Well, what's fascinating about this is that the 3 staffers that have been fired here are outside of Washington Beltway national security circles. These are pretty anonymous people. They are foreign policy minds that have...
Hey, folks, real quick, because I know it's hard to stomach CNN, so let's just do this. Hey, everybody, please comment, like, share, subscribe. It's important. No, it's really important.
Okay.
serious resumes that have worked serious jobs on Capitol Hill, in the State Department, in think tanks. You know, these are people that are well known in national security circles because they are longtime practitioners of foreign policy, experienced in making that kind of policy. These are the people that are sort of engaged in the nitty-gritty of actually designing national security policy for the president. But they're not big public figures. They're people like Brian Walsh, who was who ran intelligence programs for the White House.
Trump met Wednesday in Oval Office with Laura Loomer, far-right conspiracy theorist who said 9/11 was an inside job. She is so insane. Do you see how wacko this woman is? She said 9/11 was an inside job.
House, who formerly worked for Senator Marco Rubio when he was chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee. You had a senior director who worked on technology issues for the National Security Council, and you had the head of legislative affairs for the National Security Council. So again, not people that are sort of big public names that you're hearing on cable news all day long. And I think it really speaks to this kind of lesson that the president felt that he learned out of his first administration of being managed up by these faceless bureaucrats.
Thank you both for your reporting. Appreciate you being here, getting up and in a little earlier. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. That lady right there that was speaking, she is still kind of trying to paint this picture but she was doing that very professionally, unlike these clowns. And they would be a lot more effective if they would have more people like her. The way she was just trying to explain, she was still kind of put the message in there that, you know, Trump's really taking the lead from these faceless, you know, individuals, characters, actors, you know, but the way she did it was so much better. Rather than these clowns, I'm glad though, that would be more harmful if they would have more folks like that rather than these once again, clowns. I don't know what else to call them. I mean, it's just the perfect term for them. That's what they are. I need a little circus sound, a little. I need to find that and start putting that in my videos some more often. I also need to find a far right. Yeah. So Caitlin Collins posts. So Laura posts that about Caitlin Collins continues her character assassination of me. Says she doesn't know who gave me clearance to get to the White. What is it? Any of her effing business? Who gave her? Are you kidding me? Well, just are you kidding me right now? Are Trump's? Oh my gosh! You're incredibly disrespectful to me. You lie about me and my intelligence. It was President Trump who invited me to the White House to meet with him. Is it okay if the president gives clearance? Is that okay, Caitlin Collins? Jesus. Stop making it seem like I snuck into the White House. I was personally invited by President Trump. All right, folks. There we got a little catch up. So now you know kind of who Laura Loomer is when you see her name and you see her about. Give me a follow, guys. Please follow, share, or subscribe. Come along this journey with me, and we keep bringing you this news. All right, really appreciate it, and God bless. Let's make America great, and then keep it great. Hey, everybody, please comment, like, share, subscribe. It's important. No, it's really important.
Okay.